Hey there, it's Elizabeth and welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a video response on clip art. Now, my last video I did a video response on how I do my lettering with my Posca markers, and within your lovely comments that I thank you so much for, I was asked if I could explain where I get my clip art from. Okay, so Crafty Girl Purple 62, this one's for you. Oh, that rhymed. Okay, so I have used clip art in my books for a very long time. I have been doing the Fauxbonacci. This is my third year. I do believe I have about 15 books so far. And I use clip art a lot. Now, what a Fauxbonacci is, if you don't know, I'll explain it briefly because I don't want this video to be forever long. A Fauxbonacci is an illustrated journal. Basically, that is my interpretation of it. It is an illustrated journal. So you journal about your daily events and then you illustrate those daily events. Okay, so on this page here, this right here is clip art. I was talking about what my husband was making for dinner that week. This right here is clip art. Apparently one of our cars was in the shop. I went to the mall, so this is a piece of clip art. I worked in my journal, did some artwork, and apparently I was frustrated here. If you can see that even. Can you even see that? Okay, there you go. So yeah, I use a lot of clip art, and I use it for many reasons. One being I do not care to draw, okay? I don't care to draw. So I use clip art instead to illustrate my day and my journal, okay? I'm going to tell you now as well, if you look in the description box below, I will link a video I did back in 2015 where I explain from start to finish how I go about getting my clip art, okay? What I do is I simply use Google Images. So for this day here, for instance, okay, I knew that I wanted to have a broken down car or a mechanic, you know, something like that, okay? Probably broken down car. What I do is I go into my search engine on Google or Bing or whatever, and I type in, car wouldn't start clip art, basically, okay? I type in exactly what I am thinking or what I'm journaling about, okay? Then I click on images and it comes up with rows and rows and rows of various clip art images. Now, one important thing I will mention when you're looking and searching for clip art, when you type in whatever subject matter in the search bar, you need to put clip art after what you've typed in, okay? For instance, with this, I typed in mall clip art, okay? Journaling art, clip art. Frustrated woman, clip art, okay? The reason I'm telling you to do that is because with the World Wide Web, when you're searching for things, especially pictures, if you do not put in the term clip art at the end, you could quite possibly see things that you cannot unsee, okay? So you need to put, I learned that the hard way. You need to put in clip art, okay? If you're searching for clip art. Now, I love using clip art because it is specific to my journal, okay? It is specific to what I am writing about. It's specific to my thoughts, my feelings, and so that is why I choose to use it. Now, a lot of people decorate their books with ephemera, with stickers, with, things like that, stamping and whatnot. I like to illustrate what's going on in my day, okay? I'm not going to draw it. So the best and easiest and most cost-effective way is to use clip art. Essentially with clip art, what you're doing is making a personalized sticker, all right? and you can make it for anything. Anything. Just make sure to type in clip art afterwards. And so what I do is, I'll very quickly explain. I usually have post-it notes on my pages, okay? And I have it listed, you know, what happened that day, all right? Let's look at this example that I showed you yesterday, okay? Real quick. Okay, if you can see that, okay. This is a beautiful card from Sydney, Australia about a light show from my lovely sister Karen in Australia. So how beautiful is that? Okay, back to clip art. Thank you, Karen, if you're watching. So on this day here on my post-it note, I have not filled this in yet with my colored flares or my colored background, but here's my clip art, okay? So on my post-it note for this day, before I had all this written out, I had what went on in my day, okay? So on this day, my daughter had her first day at her second job where she is a teacher's assistant, okay? So I simply looked up first day at work, teacher, clip art, I think. I type in very specifically, you know, if I typed in, you know, I could have typed in teacher clip art and gotten possibly the same thing. But yeah, so I typed in first day at work, maybe clip art. And then I didn't like those images. So maybe I did end up just typing in teacher clip art and found this to illustrate that it was my daughter's first day at her second job. And then my son and I had to take my daughter's car into the shop because our AC wasn't working. And Lord knows, living in South Florida, you cannot have a car without air conditioning. So we had to take her car in. So I simply looked up mechanic clip art, okay? And then we went to Best Buy to pick up a few things. And so for this one here, oh, can you see it? That one, Best Buy. I typed in Best Buy logo and came up with the Best Buy logo, okay? So that's pretty much how I go about getting my clip art, all right? I have a list. Normally when I'm preparing my pages, I use Post-it notes. I write on the Post-it note just in a bullet fashion, you know, first day of work, you know, Beauty Queen's car, Best Buy, you know, whatever. And then I go to my computer and very quickly, I mean, it's, you know, virtually instantaneous. I very quickly look it up, making sure to use the term clip art after what I'm searching for. And then I copy and paste the image from the computer, from Google. I copy and paste it to my word processor on my computer. Then I resize it, okay, to fit into my book. Like I knew that this one I wanted to be about 3 inches wide, so I resize it to that size. This one I knew I wanted it to be about 2 inches by 2 inches. I resized it to 2 by 2, okay? And then I simply print them out. And I do this like, you know, every other day maybe or something like that. It's not something that I do every single day, but I don't I don't know how to explain this. I don't have like a stash of clip art that I choose from. That's one of the things that I love about clip art. It's very individualized. It's very personalized. You're making a personalized sticker, basically. That's exactly what you're doing. And it fits in with your journaling. That's how I do it, okay? That's how I prefer to do it because to me, my Fauxbonichi is an illustrated journal of my life, the goings on of my daily life. So I choose clip art that goes along with what I was doing that day, okay? Like I have over here, I'll just briefly go over, I have some clip art Here, this is a, obviously a ham dinner because we had a ham dinner a few weeks ago, but I ended up not using it. So I will put this in a little box and save it so that the next time we have a ham dinner, I already have the clip art, right? I'm not going to throw it away. This was a little smoothie thing that I ended up not using. So again, I will put that away. Oh, same thing here. This was a smoothie that I had in my video yesterday, and it was just too big. So I had done 2 different sizes and decided to use the smaller size. This illustrates when I have a ketchup day. It's just a pun, a silly, dorky pun that I use because I am always playing catch up in my book. I am never journaling on the day of. A lot of times I'm working on several pages simultaneously, so that's that. And here are just some other clip art, that I looked up. And I try to be, so some other clip art, some humorous clip art. I try to be very specific when I'm looking up my clip art. Okay. Like let's say, your cat chased a bird, right? And you thought it was funny. You want to put it into your Fibonacci as an illustration of what happened that day. If you simply type in cat clip art, you're going to come up with just a bunch of cats. So if you're more specific and you type in cat chasing bird clip art, you're going to come up with, something that's more suited and more specific to what you're writing about. So there you have it. I hope that explained somewhat how I do my clip art and some of the reasons why I use my clip art. If you have more specific questions, please leave them below. I would love to make a video response for it. I thank you again for watching the previous video response on my lettering, and make sure you check the description below because I will leave the link to the actual tutorial I did back in 2015 on how I go about doing my clip art from beginning to end. It actually shows my computer screen. I basically, make the clip art for you on screen, if that makes any sense. So be sure to go check that out if you have any more questions. And yeah, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And thank you for your sweet comments. And I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And yeah, I will talk at you soon. Bye.